One of the ways that emotional health consulting has impacted my relationship with God is by helping me tell the difference between my inner critic and what the voice of God sounds like in my life. What I mean by that is most of us, if not all of us, have formed what is called the inner critic throughout our lives based off of the painful experiences that we've had as humans, with humans. So, when we've had painful experiences with humans, we've internalized those as a protector. That is the way that we talk with ourselves with criticism in order to keep ourselves performing well, or that kind of beats us up when we don't perform to our standards. And this can get really tricky because this can show up in different ways and become a lens for how we experience our current situations, whether that's relationships with others or a relationship with God. And to me, having the inner critic and noticing it in our lives is an opportunity to not just not shame ourselves more for having it, because it's not a part of, it's not necessarily who we are. It's more an indicator of what we've been through. And it's an opportunity for compassion and to receive healing in places that didn't have what they needed before. And there's an opportunity for repair there. And so for me, being able to experience getting love into these places in different ways over and over again, and being able to be met with love in the places at the root of my pains, really started to change things inside of me, and also help me to be more familiar with what the voice of compassion sounds like. And I started to speak more toward to myself and interact more with myself with that same voice, the voice that I believe is the voice of God, truly, one who is unconditional love. And I wanted to share an example of how this has kind of been different for me. But the other day, I meant to spend some time with God set aside, and I missed it because I got distracted and I was on my phone, scrolling through the news related stuff and stuff that's going on in our world. And after I finished, I felt some shame that I noticed because I hadn't spent time with God. And I sat there, and as I was sitting there, I felt this gentle voice of God just speak to me like, Jenny, I care about what's going on in the world as well. And I was with you when you were watching those videos. And yeah, it's just really, really impacted me. And I hope to share more of that impact with more of my videos here.